Wow, isn't it nice having a 5-star potential Japanese wonder kid in your team? In this episode, we're going to unleash him on Chelsea. Right, since you was last with us, let's have a look at how things have been going. As you can tell by this, not necessarily particularly great. The last time you was here was obviously for the Liverpool-Manchester United games, where we won both of those games 2-1 and 5-1. Kenta Mahari, 5-star potential Japanese wonder kid, with 5 goals in those 2 games. Since then, it's not been going particularly well. We had nearly a month without any football, or competitive football anyway. So we had a few pre-season friendlies, mixture of first-teamers that weren't away on international duty and youngsters that played in that. Then our first game back was away from home against Watford, and we drew 2-2. And I've got to say, I feel hard done by. You look at the stats, we were massively better than them, but Mahara missing 2 penalties within the space of 4 minutes of each other, or 5 minutes of each other. And if he'd scored both of those, we would have been 3-0 up at half time. Then we would have gone 4-0 up, and it would have been home and hosed. But away from home, it's a draw. Disappointing, but we move on. We then played Brentford at home. This is the most disappointing result of the season, to be honest. They beat us 1-0 goal in the 14th minute. 2 shots on target for them, 3 shots on target for us. It was a pretty dull game, and we were just not particularly good. I mean, not a single player getting a rating of 7. Our wonder kid couldn't help us out in this game either, and we lost 1-0. Then we went and played Arsenal at the Emirates. 2-0 defeat in this game. Again, we was not particularly good. Now, Mahara was actually missing for this game. He did pick up an injury, kept him out for a few days. He wasn't quite match fit, but we did have him on the bench. We did bring him on with half an hour to go to see if he could inspire something from us, but he couldn't. Goals from Havertz and Saka for Arsenal. Yeah, they deserved the win. We weren't good at all. Then we played Wolves, and everything just clicked again. 5-1 the scoreline. We did go 1-0 up. They then equalised. We went 2-1 up from Zahuri, but it didn't really feel like we were in control of this game. It felt like Wolves were always capable of getting back into it. They then had a goal disallowed, but then 2 goals from Alan Maric and 1 from Akasvatne got us the points, got us the 5-1 win. Lovely job. Then we went away to Newcastle. This one I was impressed with because it was a tight game. I was on the edge of my seat. I was hoping and praying we could hold on, and we did, even though they did have a goal disallowed in the 93rd minute. Mahara back on form again, getting a great goal. Bradley Barcola, really feel sorry for him. He's been on a goal drought. He's not been scoring. He finally gets a goal, and now he's out for a few weeks with an injury. And we did play him on the left-hand side there, keeping Maric up top. And again, Maric getting on the score sheet. So he will feature there for us again today. In today's game, first up we have Reading, who are 18th in the league, and that's away from home. And then we have Crystal Palace. We have Chelsea at Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. Chelsea second in the league. If we have a look at the table, we are currently sitting 4th. I mean, that's massively above expectations for me. Our job is to attempt to avoid relegation, so 40 points is the mark we're looking at getting. We're well over halfway there, with basically a third of the season just undergone. Everything's going absolutely great. 2 wins in today's episode, and we would at least be above Chelsea. And we could well be sitting second in the table, providing Arsenal slip up, of course. Man City's starting to look good. Erling Haaland is the top goal scorer in the league with 13 goals. Kenta Mahara has 11. He's also the highest average rating player in the league, and also has won more player of the matches than anybody else. We don't have anyone in the top 3 for assists, but I'm sure Mahara can get on there at some point. Right, let's get into today's game. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you'd be so kind. And let's get into the game against Reading. As I say, they're 18th in the league. We would expect Man City have already beaten Liverpool quite comfortably in the early kickoff today. We would be expecting to win this game. I've got to be honest. We have had Callum McKenna out injured during that period of dodgy results. He was out injured, and Josh Blakesley was in goal. Didn't really cover himself in glory, I have to say. But anyway, our team today is McKenna in goal, Barco left back, Martin Fernandez right back, Bitshiabu and Killian in the centre of defence. I've lost patience with Eric Ortega. He's just not been playing very well, so I've gone back to what I know. Fernandez and Zahouri in midfield. I've brought Zahouri in, given him a tryout. I've dropped Solis in favour of these two, really. Duarte on the left, Mahara on the right, Mohamed Sham in the middle, and Maric up top. What I will say is we've got Ismail Sabari is away on international duty until the end of December. He returns on the 27th of December. He's already been gone for like 3 weeks. I have no idea what they're doing. It's a bit early for AFCON or anything, but I'm assuming there must be some tournament going away. He is Moroccan, so it's highly possible. But yeah, not really happy that he's gone for such a long period of time. But anyway, let's get into the game. Submit a team, go to the match. And yeah, like I say, I am thoroughly expecting a win today. I know we are away from home, but Reading's form, as you can see there, has been atrocious. We've really picked up our form in the last couple of games. First highlight is a Reading free kick. It's not really cleared by anybody. Reading still have the ball. Is that Armando Broja? Straight to McKenna. I mean, to be fair, McKenna's made a few stunning saves recently. He really has. Yeah, it is Armando Broja. He is definitely a step up in quality from Josh Blakesley. There's absolutely no doubt about that. They're playing a 4-2-4 formation. Right, I have a highlight. Finally, one comes in our favour. It's Duarte with a throw into Killian, back to Duarte. Puts the ball in the box. Martin Fernandez, but it's a good save from the Reading keeper. Fernandez has the ball again, but he's lost it, and now Reading can counter-attack. I was wanting to call them QPR then, because they're playing the same kit as them. Or the same colours, anyway. Reading are looking a little bit dangerous in the start of this game so far. Duarte wins it back, gives it to Maric, to Mohamed Sham. Can he get... No, he loses the ball. Here's Martin Fernandez, and it's over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick. We need to get Mahara involved in the game a little bit more. Here he is now with the ball. Gives it to Killian. Zahouri to Martin Fernandez. He plays it down the wing for Mahara, but Mahara can't beat his man. He's lost the ball. Need to try and win the ball back when we lose it a bit better. Here's Emerson Fernandez to Bitshiabu to Zahouri. Mohamed Sham, nice little turn there. Puts the ball in for Maric, and Alan Maric continues his goal-scoring form. That's 4 goals in 3 games now as a striker. Are we actually finally solving our striker problem? Mahara with a free kick. I thought he was going to go for goal there. Reading can break away now on a counter-attack. Hopefully they're not going to score. Get the cross into the box of Broja, and it's 1-1. Junior Krupi. Pretty sure that's not how you say his name, but yeah, that was poor. That was a basic counter-attack that we left ourselves open for then as a result of our own free kick that really you could probably blame Mahara for. Might be a bit harsh to blame him, but right, we have a free kick with Bitshiabu. It's now with Zahouri. Tries to fight Maric. Oh, I don't think that was really as close as what I was making it out to be, but right, 1-1 at half time. I'm not happy, and I'm really not happy. It's hard to argue we've even been the better team in this game at the moment. Reading have been more than just competitive, and considering where they are in the table in the relegation zone, we need to be winning this. Oh, what was that? Why are we just giving the ball away so easily? And they've hit the post. It was offside, but the threat is there without a doubt. And I'm thinking Martin Fernandez might have to come off soon because he's not playing particularly well at the moment. Cross comes in. Oof. I mean, McKenna looked like he's in no man's land really there, to be quite honest. Right, Mohamed, no it's not. Martin Fernandez is going to come off. We've got Finley Hyde on the bench, so we'll bring him on. Barco's not having a particularly good game either, so I think we're going to bring Mensah on for him as well. Kenta Mahara needs to play better. We can't be this reliant on a 19-year-old wonder kid. Because if he's not playing well, we just do not perform at all. Right, ball's cleared. Maric picks up the loose ball, pumps it forward. I mean, that's just such a waste. You've just given the ball back to them again. We're going to lose this match. I can see it. I've played this game enough to know when a defeat is on the cards. And this is absolutely going that way. Bitshiabu now. To Sham, to Duarte, back to Sham, and then he just gives it away. Oh, I thought that was going to roll in then. Right, he plays it out to his defender, but the highlight comes to an end. Here's Duarte with the throw. Ide, back to Duarte, to Bitshiabu, to Ide, to Duarte. And we're playing it about. We can't really find a way of getting a shot away. It's Emerson Fernandez. Goes out on the left-hand side to Mensah. Here's Zahuri. He's gone back now to Bitshiabu, to Fernandez. Finds Mensah again. Can he get a cross in? No, he's giving it to Emerson Fernandez. Zahuri! Oh, he's hit the post. Mihara! Oh! Oh! Oh, I was hoping that was going to go in. I thought it was actually going to go in. Mohamed Sham with the corner. Puts the ball into the box. And we've scored. Bitshiabu gets his 4th goal of the season. He scored in one of our recent games as well from a corner kick. We are dangerous from corners. There's no doubt about that. Right, I'm going to do something I really didn't think I was going to find myself doing. But I'm actually going to take Kenta Mahara off. Move Mohamed Sham out there. Bring Nuama on. He can't play in the middle at all. But Duarte kind of can, so we'll swap them over. And I think we'll take Zahuri off and bring John Solis on. Or Jon Solis, whatever his name is in terms of the pronunciation. Right, we're 2-1 up. If we're still 2-1 up after 85 minutes, we're not going to be. So that's 2-2. Jed Spence. Please disallow it. VAR gets involved all the time. I've not yet seen an opposition goal disallowed. Please, now would be a great time. Oh, thank you. Oh, my word. Finally, we've had a decision go in our favour. As I was saying, if it gets to 85 minutes, I'm going to drop back to balanced, and that is exactly what I'm going to do now, because we don't need to be playing positive or anything like that. I don't want to go cautious, because that feels like you're inviting trouble. But I can't believe against a team that's 18th in the table, we're struggling like this. When you consider how we played against Newcastle in a 2-1 win. And even how we played against Liverpool, Manchester United. Here's Nuama to Fernandez. Finds Mohamed Sham, and that's 3-1. The points are in the bag. We've sealed it with a stunning strike from Mohamed Sham, to be fair. We are out of sight now. And this is a massively important result. Like I say, we shouldn't have struggled. I mean, they've even had more possession than us. We shouldn't have struggled as much as we have against Reading. But it's the result that matters ultimately, and we have just picked up a 3-1 win. We move up to 2nd in the table. Arsenal do have a game in hand, as do Man United, Everton. Everton are having a fantastic season as well. I mentioned that, I think, in the previous episode. But look at how well they're doing. For a team that's just come up, like we did, to be in a European place, I think they've had a cracking start. West Brom, at the moment, avoiding relegation. Right, well, I'm happy with that result. I hope you are too. And let's get into the next game, the big game against Chelsea. So this is a concern. Crystal Palace board reduce available transfer funds. I regret to announce that due to a worse than expected financial performance, they have reduced the transfer budget to £375,000. So basically we had like 6.5 million in our transfer budget. They've taken 6 million of that back. The wage budget has also been reduced from 2.12 million to 1.8 million. So basically that is what we're spending now. We cannot spend any more than what we already are. If we have a look at the finances, we're £38.4 million in the red. And yeah, they've basically reduced the wage budget to exactly what we are currently and committed to spend. So we need a few seasons in the Premier League for these budgets to these finances to sort themselves out. The main reason why I brought you back is we've got the FA Cup third round draw taking place. So let's have a look at it and let's just see who we get in the third round draw. Hopefully it can be kind to us because, I mean, this would be interesting. Going back to Colchester. No, don't get that one. I mean, yeah, after the kind of draw we got in the Carabao Cup with Southampton away and then Arsenal away, it'd actually be nice to have a relatively easy FA Cup draw. And we don't really want Newcastle again, that's fine. I mean, to be fair to Exeter, they're getting a trip to Newcastle. That's a money-spinning game for them. So we don't really want Tottenham. I mean, they're going to make us wait for a name to come out of the hat. In theory, we would like a home tie because we don't really make money from big away games when you're at this level. But, yeah, they're certainly making us... Oh, wow. Oh, could it happen? We're going to be playing either Leyton Orient or Aveley. I don't think for a second Aveley are going to beat Leyton Orient. Let's end the draw. We know what we've got now. Let's finish that. So Leyton Orient are in the relegation zone in League 2, to be fair. That kit looks like it's dirty. Whereas Aveley, they're in the Vanarama National League South, I believe. Yeah, and they're 8th in there. So they're towards the playoff places in that league. Just out of interest, let's have a look if there's anybody in their squad that we know. I doubt there is at this point in time. Especially with how... Oh, David Cower. Has he been there all that time? We weren't there in 2026. Where do I know David Cower from? Did we actually bring him in there? So we would have arrived in 23-24. It's possible, yeah, maybe we must have brought him in there because it's the only club I'm going to know him from. But yeah, he's basically stayed at Aveley all these years. So since we probably left after that season to Colchester and then Crystal Palace and... Oh, okay, I was... George Bowman, we had there on loan. I know we had him on loan one season. There you go. So 26-27, we had him on loan. So he's obviously there then. He then went to Newtown on loan, then went back to Millwall. Lowestoft on loan, and then 4 years later, Aveley have picked him up on a free transfer. And to be fair, he's been a decent player for them as well. Jackson Izquierdo, we know him. He was their goalkeeper. I mean, in actual fact, he originally was at Crystal Palace before we took him on a free transfer. Who else is there? This is quite fascinating. I'm sorry if you don't find it fascinating, but actually, and that is it. So, Jackson Izquierdo, George Bowman and David Cower, we know. Which, to be fair, that's more than what I thought there'd be. Okay, hopefully we find out in the next episode, or we will find out in the next episode who we're playing. If we are playing Aveley, then we will absolutely be doing the FA Cup game against Aveley. But, yeah, let's go and play against Chelsea. Right, it's game day, folks. We're not going to make any changes to the team. Got McKenna in goal, Barco left back, Martin right back, Bitshiabu and Killian in the middle, with Fernandez and Zahuri in the centre of midfield, Duarte and Mahara out wide, with Sham in behind, Alan Maric up top. Let's submit our team. Let's go to the match. I'm fascinated by this game. Again, when we're playing teams like this, I expect us to lose, just like I did against Liverpool and Manchester United and Arsenal. But you never know with us. You know, if you base our chances on our performance in the last game against Reading, we're going to get beaten quite heavily in this game. But a lot with us depends on Kenta Mahara as well. If he has a good game, then we stand a chance of beating any team, I think. Well, most teams. Maybe not the likes of Real Madrid and Barcelona and Bayern Munich and all that. But then again, we're not going to be playing them for a while. Right, McKenna comes out and catches. Goes for a long kick upfield. Goes straight to a Chelsea player. That's a poor goal kick, really. I'd have rather he played it short to one of our own. Chelsea's still on the attack. They're through here, and that's 1-0. Anderson with his fourth goal of the season. And Chelsea have scored in the second minute. Oh, I'm hoping this doesn't turn into a rout. That, along with Manchester City, them two have been by far the standout teams in this league. Poor ball by us again. We've just given it away to Chelsea. Not learning lessons. We're only 7 minutes into the game. And this could easily be 2-0. Anderson crosses in and it is 2-0. Evan Ferguson, only his second goal of the season. I've got a feeling this is going to be a humbling experience. I really do. Because we've looked terrible so far. Really have looked bad. 2-0 down inside 7 minutes. Man City are 1 up against Manchester United. I do think as this league works out, looking at the table now, Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal look like they're going to be the 3 teams that basically run away with it. I've been looking at who's been qualifying for European places, sort of seeing if we can get into maybe the Conference League or something like that if we continue our good performances. And basically the top 8 teams qualify for Europe every year in this save. Here's Zahouri. Martin Fernandez, tackle gets made. Zahouri's not going to get to the ball first. It's going to be... Oh, he's won it back though. Here's Fernandez. We have been coming into it again when you look at the stats. Here's Martin Fernandez. Mahara, Maric, Duarte, Anderson, Duarte scores. We've got a goal back 3 minutes before half time. My little story about Europe will have to wait for the time being. Right, we have a highlight. Barco to Duarte, to Barco, to Sham. Zahouri, over the top for Maric. Oh, we could have gone in level at half time. Yeah, you look at the stats. I mean, XG, we're down on that, but it's very close in all the others. So, I don't want to be harsh. We're playing against Chelsea. There you go. You've been unlucky so far. Let's see what they can do. Chelsea made like 3 substitutions at half time. This game does take place just 2 days after the last set of fixtures. Arsenal 2-0 up against Tottenham. Martin Odegaard with a goal. Right, let's have a look at what we can do. So, Duarte, I mean, Kenta Mahara's on 6.2. Why is he playing so poorly all of a sudden? I don't want to take him off because I know how good he is. But Duarte's going to have to come off because he's just simply not fit. We're going to bring Liedemar on there. Do I take Mahara? I can't bring myself to take him off. I took him off in the last one. I mean, yeah, let's just do that for the time being. If he's not going to do anything soon, though, we will have to take him off. And I think I've run out of patience now. So Noama can come on for Mahara. Can they do that? No, we knew that from the last episode. Killian can come off for Finley-eyed. And I think we bring Jean Solis on for Emerson Fernandez. I know I said previously I don't like doing more than 2 substitutions at a time, but I think we need to just get some fresh legs on. But we just can't seem to find that second goal. Chelsea dominated them first 7 minutes, but we've really come into it since then. And you can even argue that we deserve a point out of this game. We're not going to get it. It's a 2-1 defeat against Chelsea. I'm going to say unlucky because they have been unlucky. I think we deserve something from it. And I need to find a way to get Kenta Mahara firing because I'm not happy with his recent performances, I have to say. If we have a look at him, where is he? Kenta Mahara. He is supposed to be consistent as well. But if we look at his form, he's not really been great in the last, 7 games? The goals have certainly dried up. I mean, look at this. I mean, that game, the game we've just played against Chelsea, has gone off in the 74th minute. He's had no XG. He had no XG against Arsenal either. He's not scored for several games now. And That's got to be a concern. Right, okay, so in the next episode, I think we'll play a few of these off camera, and I think we'll probably come back for Everton against Manchester City, or maybe Man City against Southampton, something like that. Anyway, probably Man City and Southampton, away against Man City, at home against Southampton. That'll probably be the next episode. If, and it's a massive if, but if Aveley do beat Leyton Orient, then we'll do Southampton and Aveley instead. But that's it for this episode. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. You know it's always appreciated. Have an amazing weekend, and I'll see you on Monday at 6 p.m. for episode 15. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.